broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
And like the first time she was in my math class, algebra, long hair, brown skin with the fat,
big booty like in Chuck.
For real, in that black dress.
This is a remix that you got going on right now.
The Survivor's Remorse remix.
Yeah.
Allison.
Hey, yeah. Couldn't wait to get to school. What? When I see them in them
hips,
in them
Chuck.
All right, what's poppin'? What's the word, everybody? Welcome to the Survivor's Remorse After Show, episode 7, 8. You know, I'm always kind of off course, but yeah, we've been going hard actually.
8 weeks.
This one is called The Date. Because if you tuned in, Cam and Allison did have their first date. But before we hop right into it, just want to let everybody know to subscribe to our channel, youtube.com/AfterBuzz. We're on SoundCloud as well as Gary.
iTunes.
My man Gary always comes in for me. Of course, my name is Jimmy V. I can be found on Twitter and Instagram at B Your Own Dad. Your girl Trinae is not here this week.
She in Paris,
She in Paris, talking about the Eiffel Tower and stuff. But she'll be joining us next week. But I'm always with my other two co-hosts. Holla at them. Talk to the people.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shaprintace Lynn. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Shaprintace Lynn with 2 N's.
And of course, you can find me, Gary Thomas, on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at I am Gary Thomas or IamGaryThomas.com.
Bow. Make sure everybody continues the conversation with the hashtag ABTV. SR.
Hey.
Survivor's Remorse.
ABTV. SR. We get it wrong all the time, y'all. I just wonder why nobody tweet us.
I know, right? Be showing us no love. But let's get right into this episode here. So we start. It's about that time.
Yes.
Cam's been on the hunt.
Yes.
He's been thinking about her. Right around the corner. So he's been thinking about Allison, and they finally decided to go out on the date. But before he goes on the date, he decides to do a scouting report. He decides to do some research. And
I'm not mad at him.
Right?
Carfax.
Okay. Especially in 2015, there's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that. Or you can just type in the name in Google and read anything that will pop
You
pop
need
up
your
then.
receipts. You need receipts. Just in case I have to bring something up, later on, I need receipts. And I can't just be throwing stuff out there without some facts behind it.
That's true. You can find a lot on social media. And I feel like social media is like the background check of background checks. Like you can find out everything what they did in high school and middle school.
Exactly.
Everything.
Especially with Facebook now. I was on mine not too long ago, and it goes back to when I first started it back in 2007, where I probably put up the most stupidest things. Don't look me up, but just saying. Allison had the example of they had the picture of her in a bikini up, and she wasn't all that comfortable. Pictures wise, how do you guys feel? Would you be embarrassed of a picture you put up 5-10 years ago?
Yes. I am embarrassed of pictures that are up.
And why?
I look ratchet. And I was young, and times change, trends change.
True.
And so, looking back, when Facebook does those remember the times, remember this memory from 10 years ago, I'm like, I'd rather
remember those
not.
times.
I forgot to delete those photos. I probably should have.
Right.
But I don't like seeing them sometimes. Sometimes they're fun memories. Sometimes it's like, why did I wear that?
Like for a throwback Thursday type thing, but if it's not Thursday, I don't want to see it.
No.
I don't participate in Throwback Thursday. I've always been on fleek.
Tell him.
I've always been on fleek, but I would say certain actions, certain things that go along with my fleeked outfits of the time. I wouldn't want to relive some of those moments. I don't want people seeing those. That's why you are not allowed to be my friend on Facebook. You can follow my fan page, yes,
of course,
but my personal page you will never find.
Oh.
The plug. So then, as we continue on, we see the M. Chuck has a shorty over the crib. Of course, she knows how to get all the girls, but she's rocking this tight black dress that was doing her some justice. So if you guys don't know what we were
some justice, she did
a lot of justice,
right?
Whew.
It was everything that M. Chuck empowered right that moment.
And
she turned to the side, it was just beauty all over.
Like, it's a shame she's on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, in real life, we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't.
Right.
You know,
so we have to find out.
She's also on Real Husbands of Hollywood. We see her some other places.
Well, she is. That's right.
You know, she's a little aggressive for me. I think that her characters follow who she is. Like, she's always that aggressive on everything. That's who she really is. And
there ain't nothing wrong with a little aggressive woman.
I think she really will punch you.
Hey, I mean, sometimes you know.
No, there's a certain level of lady like that M. Chuck does not empower. Her name is Erica. And it's such a level of lady likeness that M. Chuck just doesn't empower. She's very dominating. And,
definitely.
Well, when you got a booty like that, do you have to be?
When you got a booty like that, you got me dreaming.
She don't gotta talk for real.
You ain't even gotta talk, right? Shout out to M. Chuck. Beautiful body, beautiful woman.
Definitely, girl. Keep doing your squats. They're doing you good. So we continue on. So the whole idea with M. Chuck this episode is she is advised to go to therapy, to go see the head doctor. It is a court appointed, so she's got to do it. And the mom is against it ever since she brought the whole idea up. I know after speaking with my mom a few times, she does not believe in the idea of therapy. She believes in prayer. She believes in holla at the man upstairs. What are your thoughts on therapy?
I'm all for it. You know, in the Black community especially, we find, you know, a lot of people are against it, and they are, you know, just pray it out. You can just pray it out. And I wholeheartedly believe, yes, you can pray it out, but you do also need, there are some issues, mental health issues, that prayer works, but also you're going to need, you know, that doctor. Just like with an ankle, you can, if you break your ankle, you can pray it and pray over it, but you also are going to need that, you know, doctor to help you heal it, and treatment. So same thing with the mind. People often dismiss the mind from the body, and it's all the same thing, and it all works together. So, you know, get that help just like you would get that help for that ankle, for your mind. You need it, and I'm all for it. Go mental health.
I agree in some sense. I think that, you know, sometimes we do need to talk things out, and it's in a different mind is good, but I think that we're not ignoring we're ignoring Holy Spirit when he speaks to us and tells us what we're supposed to be doing. So then I really do think that Jesus is the reason, he's the way. And I think that, yes, there are some cases we need to talk things out. Do we necessarily need a professional doctor to do that when we got a professional over everything to go to? No, I don't think that's the case. Sometimes you just need to find a way of releasing things. It's not always a professional. You do need to pray. Some people just have a lost relationship with God. That's why they don't have no path.
Right. And I agree with both of you guys. Prayer does do a lot, but I think talking things out always works things out in the
you gotta hear it out loud.
So. Yeah, exactly. Because what you think inside your head may be a whole different way. The way things actually are.
That really sounds stupid. Right. We don't even go no further.
Never mind.
So then another topic of this episode was we saw a lot of Uncle Julius, of course, and his bike got stolen.
I love the theme that they brought light to and put it on the other side. What we're dealing with, you know. We just had the Million Man March, which was amazing. We're dealing with a lot of police brutality and just the dismissal of police treatment. Right. And they brought light to it, still in a semi-humorous way, but they put it on the other shoes and just how it looks. So it allowed us to kind of see and laugh at it, but open awareness to it.
Yeah, I love the perspective they gave on this. It gave a different light, and I've seen a lot of different TV shows do this and, you know, look at it in a different perspective, but I've never seen it from this way. From where, you know, the victim this time is a person of a different race. And so to see that and to see Uncle Julius on the other side and feel for him because he knows what that's like, it's like, I love that, and I love that unity and that what they showed through this. And that was good job, Survivor's Remorse, for that.
Definitely.
Awesome.
I just like the fact that they brought it up, especially at a time now.
Yeah.
And then I was a huge fan of how Uncle Julius left when the cops were like, hey, are you coming with us? Because it showed he didn't agree with what they were doing. And then he came back trying to comfort the young man who had just been police brutality, which was absolutely messed up. But I can only imagine there's plenty of those stories that we just don't hear about.
Yeah.
once again, shout out to the writers of Survivor's Remorse. You are keeping things up to date,
keeping things relevant.
Yeah, it was perfect timing with the Million Man March. Like, that was perfect timing.
Yes, exactly. And later on, we find out that Allison did do her Google searches of the superstar himself, Cam, and I was a huge fan of how she kept telling him no. I mean, maybe you could speak on this, because when a man approaches a female, I feel like now you have to hear at least 3 no's to get through her head.
Craziness. I felt so disappointed in the intellect that she has. Like, the woman that she presents to herself looks to be, she's to be more open to the concept of saying, you know what, this is what people are saying about him. This is not what he's saying about himself. Yeah. This is not the man he's presented himself. You know, let me be the judge of that. She took this information and it was just so disappointing. Like, come on, Allison. I thought better of you. Last episode made me think you were better. This episode, I was like, you just being a typical female right now.
Okay.
I have to agree. I'm not a fan of what Allison did, because I felt like if that's how she truly felt, she would have stuck with her guns, but she didn't. And I felt like she was using that as a ploy to see how far he would chase her.
Exactly.
And
ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm not a fan of that. Either you want to go out and date with him or you don't. Don't play games, because that's not, say yes. If you mean yes means yes, no means no. Okay? So if you said no, let him go. If you said if you do want to date him, just say yes. Don't sit here and try and see. He chased you this far.
And she said also that he had been asking her for a few weeks, trying to, and he went through the process of planning. And you know what I really loved about this, because I have a friend who loves food trucks too, and she says that's a perfect date for her. And he did the perfect date. It wasn't too much. It was just that no fancy restaurant, no nothing, just chill taco truck. Right. Now, I don't get down like that. I don't do taco trucks. But I thought that was great for Cam and Allison.
Take me to Cousin's Maine Lobster Truck. Shout out. Oof.
Notice how she said lobster, right?
Hey.
All right, keep on going.
That's my favorite food
I think yes, you should find a date that
or go to a food
that
truck
excites
roundup.
the woman. I think that is great, but you also need to find a woman that is equally yoked.
Yes. Yes.
How is that not equally yoked? It shows she's
like
not a gold
trucks.
digger.
Like
they could have went to Cousin's Maine Lobster. That's expensive food truck. That's high class.
Just do it if it be. I had a street hot dog one time since I've been in LA, and it was not for me. Not for me.
Try Cousin's Maine Lobster.
I try to stick away from food trucks. I don't know what happens behind the stove. I don't know if it's sanitary, if it's clean.
You guys don't know what food you're missing in those food
I
trucks.
feel like when you go to like a fair or something, like, when they have like stuff downtown, you can kind of enjoy a food truck. But if I'm gonna be like, hopping out the club and look at that, or this is our first day and we're at the taco truck, or no.
What about going to a food truck roundup? And they have all the food trucks in a circle and nice
really not
tables. Okay, well,
that's not a bad idea. But I think though, when it comes to a first date, maybe you can chime in on this. A female wants to feel like, okay, everything was planned out. He's gonna wine and dine me, blah 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 blah.
No, but he looked that up though. He knew that she liked food trucks.
Idea. I wrote a blog recently.
Okay, yeah.
You guys all check it out.
GaryThomas.com.
I am GaryThomas.com, and it's entitled "Black Men Don't Want Black Women." And one of my points in this topic was that black women are boring. And I think that was like what it was exciting to see. She was willing, after so many go-arounds, which is annoying, to just have that time to laugh with him, make him laugh. It was just chill. It was really exciting to see that. That's what more black men want. Take the time to make me laugh too, and put your phone down. Stop trying to be a Instagram model and be like every other social media woman and have the resting bitch face. And be fun. And that was fun, But make sure you check out the blog. I am GaryThomas.com. Black men don't like black women.
Shameless plug.
I was a huge fan of when he starts to speaking about the Trojan War and all that stuff, because have you guys seen the movie Troy?
It was a little silly for me.
Silly. I'm a huge fan of it.
They all run together, like 300, Troy, and they all seem the same to me.
Well, it's the love story behind it. I'm gonna start to
that he barely
off
knew.
Here. Right. So everybody to have an idea. There was a person who was in love with another person of the army's wife, so he stole her, and he knew after stealing her, the whole country is gonna go to war. But he said, I love this person. After speaking with his dad, who was like the king, he said, I will love her, I am all for it. And the dad was like, you're gonna probably take down the empire, but if it's for love, all right. So he went to war for a woman's heart. Isn't that what you guys want?
I mean, I guess amongst other things, yeah.
I just feel like there's a certain level of heart to get to, because I just feel like I agree. I think Cam was amazing. This is definitely a different side of Cam. They, definitely allowed us to see a different side of him, and like I said, get on top of this character, like try to bring him into your liking. And I think that it was great to see on TV. It's just hard to see in the real life, because it was just like, why does she keep saying no? Like, where's her homegirls that or something? Slap her, like, give him a chance. Give him a chance to, just approve that, the conversation or whatever it may be. And I think that the best part, too, was Reggie. Reggie told him, like, dude, if you don't get off of this and converse with this woman, like, he was so real in what the millennials are missing in dating. Like, I love that part the most. Just saying, we need to get off our phones, get out of social media, and just talk.
Get back to the basics. And
just talk. Let me ask you what your favorite color is. Let me
not
find out.
Ask
you what you like to eat.
Instagram or something. At the end of the date, the old lady said, "Don't you know how good you two are?" And
that's where the writing went.
That was a hint.
That was just too predictable.
Yeah, exactly. They're definitely letting us know this might be for the long run. What do you guys think?
I thought the writing was okay in that part, because I actually expected what most men do, and when somebody asks you guys together, to lie and say, yeah, we are, and he didn't, and I was like, okay, so that's different.
Well, that's Cam, though. I wouldn't have expected that from Cam.
That's the like player move.
Cam's always like,
no. Yeah, he's like, whoa, this is the first date.
But I loved it, and it spoke volumes, and maybe it made her realize, maybe I shouldn't be this hard. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but maybe this will be for the long run. I love the person Cam's becoming because of her. He's definitely changing and growing, and I want to praise the Lord.
Can we see Cam be a little bit more smooth with the ladies?
He's
entirely too goofy. Even with Allison, I would just want to see, like, this would be a time to draw in your female viewers and your female fan base, because they'll see a completely different side of you. We already got Trinae, you got Trinae, that's one of many.
You got your number one fan here. Your point guard.
He's excited the masses with, the wood. But seeing that certain level of debonair, that
smooth.
The smooth side would have been cool to see what him do with the Allison,
Yeah, I agree.
Just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit.
Yeah, and that shirt wasn't cute.
Dang. Yo, this shirt is a wave. It's dope.
Was it a wave or a feather? Does anybody know?
We don't know.
I don't know a lot of the stuff that he wears on the show.
He just should have wore a solid shirt. Keep it simple.
He went through 3 different shirts trying to make it right.
Should have went once. He picked the wrong one.
I don't think he looked that bad.
This shirt was a little immature.
Well, that is Cam. Cam's a little immature.
I know.
Great point there.
But I'm not gonna get into the fashion. But a plain shirt would have looked great, Cam, with a good face. You don't need all that wave and feather and whatever that was.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Last topic. We can definitely speak on this whole idea that M. Chuck brought up all these points that her therapist had said or they spoke about. Then we find out she hadn't gone. So where's this coming from?
She's an amazing liar.
Well, clearly, because she had everybody else.
That argument was so intense.
Yeah. But it's real, though.
It is very real. But Cassie should have jumped over that counter and smacked him. Yeah. My mama wouldn't have had all that back talk. Now, it's a way to express yourself. But she was just going way too far. She was hitting below the belt. Like, I feel like at times as children, we try to hurt our parents with our words like that. And I think that she went a little bit too far. Like, you could have told her, but she was just like, getting nasty with it.
But I feel like she attacked her. She attacked M. Chuck about going, whether she went or not. But clearly we see, and what was my prediction last time, there's some deep issues there
There
with
really
M. Chuck.
is,
I don't know,
But
what's
those are the
going
truth.
on. Yeah, but it's the truth. So I don't know where she's going when she says she's going to these therapy sessions, but there's some issues, and I think we're going to see them come out very soon.
Which is a great time to bring up some predictions here to see what we will find out.
All right. We pretty much predicted this whole
And
season.
now,
We did.
your AfterBuzz
We did.
TV predictions.
Ladies first, of course.
I don't know. I would like to say that we did see that one of my predictions is coming up. We're going to see LeBron on the show in
Right.
the next 2
Yeah.
episodes. So that's exciting. I'm going for my main one. I hope, Chin and Mama work out.
She was making dumplings.
She's making dumplings,
Dumplings.
trying to fatten them up because she like to just hold on to something. So I'm hoping Chin
She
pulls
better
it
be
through.
careful, because anyway.
I'm going for a prediction of I think there's going to be a more larger fight with M. Chuck and the mom, because I think she's going to definitely call her out on, so you haven't been going, so where's everything
Where the F
coming
you been
from
going?
in
Right.
that
That's
sense.
Cassie likes to talk.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I think that might be a little bringing the family apart, because it's like everything is going perfect. And
good.
when things go to, even though we don't put this out into the world, everything's good, something's supposed to go wrong. But I think that's where the writers are going with that. So
I think that Allison is going to break his heart. There's going to be a divide. It's not going to last as long as we'd like it to. It's going to be a rift. There's going to be a rift somewhere in there.
Aww.
Unfortunately, she's just way too resistant.
I
that's true.
hope not.
And I don't think it's going to take much to push her away.
Or maybe he's going to mess up. He's
Yeah, I
gonna
don't think
slip up.
something's going to happen to push her away, and she's going to cut that loose.
Yeah,
It doesn't take much for her.
clearly.
Well, do you guys think a person who works 18 hours a day has time for a professional
You have time
athlete?
for what you want to make time for.
You make time for what you want to make time for. Absolutely.
In her profession, she most likely works 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Then has 3 or 4 days off. So, and he has a busy schedule as well. So
Exactly.
they'll make time for each other.
And she had time to string him along this far. So
Right. He waited
Give the
weeks.
brother a chance. But I think that is a wrap up of our after show for Survivor's Remorse, The Date. I think this was a pretty good episode. Looking forward to seeing LeBron James next episode. King James making an appearance finally. I'm your host, Jimmy V. I can be found on Twitter and Instagram at Be Your Own Dad. Tell the people where they can find you people at.
hello, everybody. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Shaprintace Lynn with 2 N's. You can also find me on the Blackish After Show, as well as make sure you tune in on Fridays to BHL's Just Saying. We got a lot of juicy topics to talk about.
And of course, on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I am Gary Thomas.
And we will be here next week for episode 9. So make sure you guys tune in. Catch you guys next week. Oh, hey, wait.
Whoa.
Leave a comment.
Yes.
We want you to leave a
Yes.
comment. And the topic of discussion is going to be, what do you think next week's episode will be about? All right. And we will holler back at you guys.
See ya.
Deuces.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.